we now have guaranteed that it is just going to be Rumble versus Cassante. Don't love that, because I think the Rumble actually does really well into Cassante. The gank setup is really good, so maybe that will be enough. And you do kind of need frontline, but with the changes in particular, I think, and the fact that he usually goes Demonic first, I think Rumble into tanks is going to be very effective. As FUM, this is a Bible special, picks up the Leona here. And this gives D+ an incredible amount of backline threat. But looking at the backline of DRX, there is a lot of innate safety here, right? And Xayah Braum, laning phase, I'm not going to be super excited about. Xayah is not that great at actually proccing the Braum passive.
I don't like Brumble. Not a huge Brumble fan.
No, I do agree with you. I know that if you know, there might be some jokes made about loving the Braum here. I'm not really there. I think that with the Vi and Rumble, I would have much preferred something like a Nautilus that can actually set up for these aggressive plays.
To a low health bar is definitely important, as Lucid is going to find Sponge, Q going to miss. First
That's
one,
it.
he's
GG.
getting his eye in.
GG.
As Thumb is now trying to assist multiple
GG
areas.
again. Sponge also misses Q.
Okay. Lucid is now standing.
Oh,
he's pretending to
brawling.
Dragon cosplay. Dragon cosplayers. Okay, they're going to turn on Thumb. Welcome to Challenger, Thumb. And that is going to be first blood. Rahel's going to have to flash away, but the Winters be biting. And they've got sharp teeth. Double kill here for the Sponge. I do like playing aggressively, especially with a skirmishy comp like this, but maybe just wait like for a couple of levels. And Seitab now moving forward here. Junglers into Tristana around Raptor camps, and that is going to be a rough time, as Seitab's just going to blow up Pool Bait. Very similar to what we saw happen to Showmaker and Canyon in their most recent match as well.
They're getting absolutely boomed.
Yeah, blasted. Frog having a great time in top lane as well.
Want to highlight, Thanatos actually going for Aftershock here. Not something that we've seen in a really long time. Yeah, Negatron.
What, Negatron?
Yeah, when Negatron Cloak.
I'm so used to saying null magic, but he's just like the full Negatron.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, early 2v2, as mentioned, very important.
Astro Nautilus got a Morgan? I haven't got a Morgan yet.
It's straight up a Sponge dip. He's actually been playing this Vi so well.
And it's also the fact that like Tristana is such easy follow-up on all of these engages. It's working out beautifully as Frog's flashing away from Thanatos. The Q going to miss there, but Frog overstepping a little bit. They trade flashes. Teleport's still up here for both of these still up for Frog. He was able to get the walk back, so he's going to be able to teleport back in.
So, I guess they're going to kill Seitab here.
I guess he got Flash Charmed.
Yep, he got Flash Charmed, and this is really big. I think trying to get agency back here in the mid game is the only way you're going to actually be able to play out this game. And we see Thanatos also applying some pressure towards the top side, so now Frog is an angle. But Sponge, he's not going to let this go by without trying to look for a play of his own. Dive opportunity here. No Flash, no heal, no Killer Instinct available for Rahel.
They do have the Eclipse, so if Thumb can mind control DRX into engaging onto him, the Leona things could happen, but let's see how this dive is going to work out. DRX moving forward, they started off, and there it is, the engagement onto the Kai'Sa. All too easy here as Sponge just tanks it up. They grab themselves a plate as Doctarm just easily last hits the Thumb. He could theoretically look to put the screws in on that bottom side, but Lucid is going to move into the mid lane, try and relieve some of that bot lane pressure by sending Shelly into the turret. And there it is, there's the flash forward, they get the cease and desist, and that's a dead Ahri. Couldn't even press the R button, and now Lucid suffering the same fate. Vaultbreaker is fantastic, the last auto comes in, and he's not going to burn down. And if the Blade Callers work out right, if they are able to get these ultimates layered through with the Glacial Fissure and the Equalizer, it is real scary as there's a kickback. Q is going to connect there as well, but the cease and desist under the turret is fantastic. Seitab now looking to turn it one more time, and there it is, the kill onto the Ahri, and they are so far ahead. They destroy the turret and the mid laner. And they do manage to get the shove forward, but with this outer turret missing, DRX were able to push that wave far enough to the point where it was just not enough.
This is a very good question. As I'm pretty sure that
That's a way to do it.
I mean, it's fine. Works out. They
they-
get Shelly to where she needs to be.
Did they use her for zoning? That was very strange. Equalizer going to come down here as they are just burning down.
It's
The Cassante going to be the first one to fall. It's a double as Satab. He's getting all of the resets. Lucid finds himself on the wrong side of this one on the back end of a beautiful buster shot.
Also got an extra good AD carry. But even before that, this team is winning a whole lot in challengers as
Lucid is going to try and find himself a kick. They're looking for a bit of an angle as Sponge. That's a lot of money if they are able to grab the kill, but he's surviving for forever. He's still alive. That's a double kill for Doctom. That is going to be another one going over to Satab as well. And yeah, I think it's voting time.
Yeah.
It's definitely voting time.
This is definitely worse, but D+ in spring had their moments. DRX have had their moments where they haven't looked as good.
And it was around now.
Around
actually
same time
as well. Like it was middle of round 2 as kickback onto Frog. He's going to flash, however, I think he's going to die. This time, DK are actually able to land it. Great buffer there for Satab to avoid being charmed. Buster shot onto 3, and now he can single out Lucid. This is 1 versus 5, and he's dead. So not actually able to do that. I do like the limit testing, and Doctom is in the bottom lane looking to try and win the game. It is still somewhat Frover.
Oh no, yo, don't you worry.
But it's looking great. As Thumb, I mean, straight out of Academy, already walking down the red carpet. That is fame. That is fame right there.
That's not the... I mean, I think in your first one, you know, Grizzly in his first market game didn't look too good, which...
Yeah, no, and the best thing is like saying thumbs up, thumbs down is not actually like, it's not toxic. It's actually kind of fine. But this is definitely a thumbs down to start this one. Yeah. Although G-Riz, yeah, for Twitch chat, probably still the best. Love Grizzly.
I'm so happy he's there, man.
There are challenger call-ups and there are challenger call-ups. As Lucid, he's going in, he's going out. And DRX just avoiding a lot of the damage here.
White Boars mentioned? Yes.
Yeah.
What would be toxic? This is a loving. As we've gotten bigger, we've had to, you know, give out a little bit more
some
time.
moments. I have noticed
large,
that
though.
Since Valdez made his first comment, things have gotten better. As Doctom is going to Feather Storm, does look for the Blade Caller and does get there, and man, the wallet difference is just so large. Look at Satab. His best Mario impression coming through as Pulbay. He's going to go golden and doesn't get hit by the final ticks of the equalizer, so he will live to fight another day. But it might be fighting better done in game number 2 because DRX, they did not hold back. There was zero mercy. They obliterate DK in game number 1. Kick does come through. Satab visits the enemy fountain for a moment, but that is not going to alleviate the damage to this Nexus. DRX, that was just brutal.
Yep, absolutely boomed them.
Savage.
Really well done by DRX.
Wrecked.
Won the early skirmishes, and then, and that's the big thing for me, you see the acknowledgement of how far ahead they are, and they really push it. Mostly mid-jungle, I'd say, but it's also a really great showcase of when you are Brom and your team is winning, life is very good.
Oh, yeah.
Life is amazing.
It feels really good to be able to just walk up to every objective like a Chad and just like park yourself there and say, if you wanna be able to fight us, then go ahead and try.
Do it. Yeah, give it a go. See how it goes.
Sponge was obviously gonna grab this.
Obviously.
5, 0, and 10, and yeah, being a little bit facetious with the anti-buy, I definitely put in my Sponge vote. And didn't die throughout the whole game, although he tried his very best to get in amongst it as much as possible. And he just lapped him up. The absorbency of this guy, just absurd. 88.2% in the end, but 100% when it counted, when it comes to kill.